David was one of the main characters or Bible characters that I love so much. I loved him. I love him. I love him so much. So on this particular occasion, I want to clearly say some very crazy things that I loved about David. David was a man that he knows how to move on very fast. Like when you talk about somebody that moves on very fast, very fast, very fast. So I want to first look at the occasion where he sinned, right? He has sinned against God, and now God had told him that God has sent a servant. God has sent Nathan to him, the prophet, and the prophet had told him that, okay, this is your sin, and he had prayed to God. He prayed to God that, God, I don't want you to, I don't want this child to die. I don't want this child to die. And he prayed for 7 days. After 7 days, the child died. Mm. You know what he did? Baba stood up. He stood up, went to the house of God, like changed his clothes, went to the house of God, went to pray, and went back to go and have sex with his wife again. And boom, he gave birth to another child, and God loved the child. He moved on so fast. So David was a kind of person that I've learned that from that. Whenever I was sinning against God, you don't sit in your vomit. You don't sit too long there. You know that the God you are serving is a God that forgives sin. When the prophet even came to greet him, the prophet told him that God has put your sin behind you. He had just placed the curse on you, and sorry, you cannot avert it. So it's the fact that knowing that God is a merciful God. Yes, Cyrus should not give us the express access to sin, but knowing that God forgives, and you should forgive yourself too and move on very fast. Move on very fast because God has plenty things way ahead, assignments ahead for you to do. So, and that same woman that he had, like that same woman that God killed the child, was the same woman that gave birth to the heir of the throne. And the matter of fact that it's worthy to note that it was the sex after the child died that produced Solomon that took over the throne. And Bible says God loved Solomon. God loved the child. So at the end of the day, let's move on fast in our relationship with God. When we see that he said a righteous man falls 6 times and he rises up 7 times, let's know how to catch up ourselves and be on our feet.